can even hear singing. It feels so romantic.
Honored guests, wait here for a moment. You must surrender any personal belongings you have on you before entering the venue.
This hero always brings down the vibe whenever he shows up.
The Imperator's elevated position means she must always remain meticulous and careful. Please do as I say, guests. It would avoid any unnecessary misunderstandings.
I get that you don't want people to bring outside food into the banquet, but is it really necessary to confiscate the books and quill pens?
Even a quill pen can become a deadly weapon in the right hands. I'm asking for all your items. All, Miss Cyrene. Your belongings will remain safe. They will be looked after appropriately by dedicated staff.
Looked after appropriately? Dedicated staff? Talk about a vague choice of words. It seems like he's aiming specifically for the chronocognitive anchor. What should we do? True. I had a feeling it would come to this, but I didn't expect such a direct demand. But listen, why don't we go with their plan and hand over the chronocognitive anchor to be looked after? After all, if the little Imperator is paying this much attention to you, she probably already knows all about our whispered conversation with the geniuses. I can pretty much guess what'll happen next. But think about it. That's actually gonna be our shortcut. I knew it. You and I can practically read each other's minds.
Guests.
All right, we'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust my friend, anywhere, anytime.
Thank you for your cooperation. The Imperator has some urgent business she needs to attend to and will arrive shortly. Why don't you head in with the other guests first and enjoy the feast?
Isn't Ceridra supposed to be the focus of the banquet? But she's not even here. Why is it so difficult to talk to her?
Is there anything else we can help you with, dear guests? Or do you want me to recount the great Imperator's heroic deeds?
Hey, Labinas. I managed to get some honey brew that the scholars hid in the cellar. Wanna try it?
I'd never refuse to share a drink with Dux Brumalis, especially if she seeks me out first. Don't worry, dear guests. The banquet security won't be compromised. I'd never get drunk before her. This banquet has a never-ending flow of honey brew. You're welcome to try it and see whether our drinks are as good as those from beyond the sky.
Thank you for the offer, but we're more interested in knowing when the Imperator will be back.
The Imperator? Who knows? Maybe she's hiding somewhere, thinking up weird ideas again. If you ask me, she's never treated us soldiers properly, even though we put our necks on the line for her.
Hey, I can't pretend I didn't hear that, Seneca. Either retract your statement or duel me.
Fine by me. Attendant, bring us 10 more jars of honey brew. I'm gonna make sure he can't even stand straight by the end of this.
You wish. Be careful you don't get drunk first.
Actually, there are so many people, we wouldn't be able to find the Imperator even if she were here. I know. Let's look for seats that are raised up higher than others.
Aggie, if you can't get used to the honey brew, we will go ask for a pot and cook some oatmeal for you.
No need for that. This banquet is just too loud. And nothing and no one here is interesting. I just don't really want to be here.
Lies! You were pretty energized when you came back from the bath chamber. Let me guess. Are you worrying about someone? About High Ceilings? Or Little Cypher? You take everything too seriously. At this rate, life's gonna be real tough for you later on.
Oh, you're the least qualified to lecture me about that, teacher.
Dear guests, are you here for us? I mean, are you here for Treaty or Aggie?
No. I'm just wondering whether you've seen the Imperator.
The Imperator? No, we haven't.
Our sovereign has always acted however she pleases. Though she gave us ranks, she'd never tell anyone her whereabouts. Perhaps the only thing she tolerates are chess pieces. And the sky reflected upon her crown.
I see.
Why do you two look so distressed? That's not what the deliverer should look like. Why don't we have a toast? While we still have time for pleasure. Here. To the destinies and sacrifices of the next millennium.
Then we will toast to the tomorrow that will set fate free.
Cheers.
Called it. Oatmeal suits us way better than honey brew.
Oh, please give me a bowl as well, teacher.
Hello. Welcome to the banquet.
So the deliverer is attending this event, as expected. Little Virginia here was just wondering whether she should go find you.
As the great Imperator's historian, I'm responsible for composing poems and songs for everyone in the Flame Chase army. But I have no idea how I should record myself in the annals.
Little Virginia is wondering whether you can let slip a hint or two about her future, so she can find some inspiration to write about herself.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. Besides, we don't even know her in the future. But she'll probably get really disappointed if we tell her that. What should we do? Alright, I got it. We can't reveal too much, but I think it wouldn't hurt to start your poem with the future. Maybe use something like, with hope, I write down the tale of tomorrow for myself, silently waiting, day after day, till the moment it fulfills its promise. How's that?
Oh, that's exactly what I'm after! I'm so inspired! Thank you so much! I feel like I can actually finish composing the heroic saga of Flame Chase once we end this campaign!
And that's the art of conversation. I learned it from you, after all. So, how did I do? By the way, in return for that, are you able to tell us where the Imperator is?
The Imperator? She usually wouldn't arrive this early. She believes that rulers should stay silent in places where their subjects hold private conversations. Why don't we have a toast before she arrives? To reason, which is held but not revealed.
To romance, which will surely be returned.
Great fry. A little sea hare. Please come over and share the delicacies of the deep sea with me.
It's a bit too much, honey, bro.
You two have been wandering around the venue as if you have something on your mind. Have the attendants not taken care of you well?
No, we love it here. It's just... we're a little concerned, seeing how the Imperator still hasn't arrived.
Don't worry. I know what you've been waiting for. Come, sit with me for a while, will you? I'd like to share a personal secret with you. See here? This is Fagusa's dew of divine blood, the sweetest of all the 12 bottles. On the night before such a historical event, I'd like to share this marvelous drink with the deliverer.
Doesn't this count as bringing in outside food? I knew that security check was targeted at us.
What's the matter, guests?
Oh, we're simply overwhelmed by such an honor.
Are you worried that I might have poisoned the dew? Well then, let me prove my innocence. See? It's completely safe.
I feel like Miss Hysealins wants to talk to us about something. Why don't we go along with her for now?
Worry not. Honeydew's not alcohol. It won't get you drunk. On the contrary, it can make your mind even sharper. Please, have a taste. Would you like some too, little sea hare?
I can drink it myself.
How is it? Sweet enough? Calm at times, tempestuous at others. That's the taste of the ocean. It'll do you good to understand Fagusa's fickleness before we set off to face their waves. Just like how you're about to understand the secrets within this dew. Now, please turn around. Very, very quietly. Don't make a single noise. The dew of other gods all intoxicate humans, but the god of banquets dew is an antidote that can awaken humans from a sea siren's enchanting song. Since the start of this banquet, all the guests have been under the spell of my song. None of them can see the Imperator and that Fioros. But you two, I wish for you to see the truth.
Is this also what the Imperator wants?
This is my personal request. I can't bring myself to trust that Fioros. The Flame Chase army changed after he descended with Orynyx's divination and brought the prophecy of the stars to Akama. His seductive whispers harbor something malicious within and will ensnare those of us blinded by ambition. You are the deliverers of the prophecy and know about him far more than I do. Perhaps only you can find traces of the truth from his actions and words. Then we can show the Imperator the right path forward.
Oh, but isn't this acting behind her back?
Amphorius has become far too weak. Even heroic actions protecting her from harm must be conducted under the water's surface. I am the Imperator's blade, and I must clear the way for her while remaining concealed in the torrents. Then, ensure I'm pointing my sword towards the true enemy.
Can you promise me something, Miss Hysealens?
Ask away.
My friend has in fact come here to stop that villain's evil scheme. Our goals are aligned. But as to the decision the Imperator must make, she has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. I believe the Imperator will be able to tell right from wrong.
I never doubted your loyalty. I'll pass your words faithfully on to her. Provided we can gain the advantage in this tug of war, that is. Now, return to the feast. Bring this cup with you and keep your distance. Pretend you are still immersed in the sea siren's fantasia. And I'll control the moisture in the air. That way, you'll be able to listen to sounds from afar as if you are a whale of the depths and hear every word of their conversation. I wish you a victory in this first skirmish.
It's the exciting and thrilling undercover part of the adventure.
That was a bit too much, honey brew.
Let's mingle in the crowds here. Relax. Relax. Try to act natural.
Where's the Imperator? Still not here. That little imp is always acting so high and mighty towards everyone. Today, I will... Whatever. Pour me another cup.
Though she has succumbed to drunkenness, she still does not dare challenge your authority.
A criticism of my height is a grave enough insult already. She should be dismembered.
Do you often test the loyalty of your subjects like this?
You jest. The Imperator does not need blind loyalty. As long as one can prove they have value, I am willing to be lenient towards them. Let's cut to the chase, Theoros. If I pass the trial and grasp this world's law in my hands, what will you do then?
The answer is simple. I will connect Amphorius with the stars.
Don't waste my time. Be precise. Be specific. I won't ask a second time.
Allow me to adjust my statement. I will correct the regulations within the old law that sealed off Amphorius and merge the black tide with the torrents of Era Nova. Then we will be able to decimate the forces beyond the sky that are trying to annihilate Highland Tomb and sound the trumpet for the endless campaign you will then embark on.
But you previously said that Iron Tomb is unrivaled in power across the stars. Who would dare to annihilate it?
There is a federation of warships named the Cienzo Alliance. Warlike and old-fashioned. A cult named the Genius Society. Loosely organized, but steeped in abject insanity. Oh, there's also the Astral Express. A group of lawless vagrants. That so-called Deliverer is part of that last group. Those vagabonds mistakenly believe they can connect the stars through alliances instead of conquest. But history has already given them a tough lesson. There are countless other organizations besides, but when the Lord Ravager sweeps across the cosmos, they will certainly all bow before your empire of destruction.
The Ackman Alliance is invincible!
If those civilizations are not as feeble as you describe, then they may still have some value in testing the quality of my blade. That being said, even the smallest and weakest city-states should build an obelisk to the Imperator, so that their people can constantly recall the glory of her conquests. Walk a little longer with me, Theoros.
I don't like how this is going. Our little Imperator seems fascinated by the destruction.
Great Fry, a little sea hair? It's...
What a difficult situation. No matter how we position our forces, this battle against Fagusa will result in many casualties.
That's not something you or I should consider. The Imperator has already placed the chess pieces. We just need to fight for her until our last breath.
How astonishing. The commanders under you have such different personalities, yet they share the same loyalty.
He's looking this way. Quick, do something and pretend we can't see them. Slow down.
Are you okay?
What's the matter?
My apologies. I was just checking whether everything was fine with those
two distinguished guests of yours. And it seems like all is well. Let us continue our previous conversation regarding the soldiers fighting for you. Are they aware of the price they must pay for the trial of law? If I recall correctly, you've already lost a bout against Talanton due to offering insufficient sacrifices.
You dare mention my name alongside the word lost?
Forgive my transgression, great Imperator.
Watch your words and actions. All you need to know is that my victory in the trial is guaranteed. Even without the trial of law, they've already sworn to give their lives for my conquest. So tell me, if everything happens according to our agreement, how would you recommend I deal with that deliverer?
Good question. Do not let her fool you. That woman from beyond the sky contains a seed of ruin within her body. She must not be allowed to tarnish your glory. Therefore, the wisest decision would be to hand her over to me.
You plan to torture her?
Calling it experimentation would be more appropriate.
The guest's patience is running thin. I plan to remove the Fantasia and head into the banquet. I will heed your advice. Leave for now, Theoros, and go back to Akama. You don't want to confront those two directly either, do you?
Indeed. It's a pity that Antikytherans are lightweights when it comes to drinking. Before I leave, I would like to make a toast to your boundless ambition, using my spirit instead of a goblet.
As I expected, that Theoros' schemes have been revealed. Thank you for your bravery, guests. It's time for me to dispel the Fantasia. This will be the Imperator's last public address before we head off, and therefore, likely, the final chance to change her mind. I will try to get you a chance to speak, and I'll also prepare for any contingencies. The rest is up to you. You should head back to your seats for now.
This honey brew sure wears off fast.
The Imperator! The Imperator has arrived!
No need for formalities. I should be apologizing for my tardiness instead. The hour draws late, and I trust you have all had your fill of brews. Therefore, I will not observe the usual ceremonies. Any warrior who has fought by my side should have those speeches memorized by now.
The Imperator's word is law.
Are you out of your mind, Dux Pregoris? The Imperator hates flattery most of all.
A joyous atmosphere is a better fit for showing me your resolve. I believe that you, my dukes, will do all you can to assist in the campaign against Fagusa, just as you always have. However, it's a pity that I have never tested your loyalty.
What does she mean?
The purpose of tonight's banquet is not to raise our morale, but to establish which allies our alliance can actually trust. And sever the heads of the traitors as a toast to all before we march. Yes, some among us have discarded their vows in order to foment vile conspiracies. Now listen! These traitors are standing right here in broad daylight. Dux Gladiorum Hycelens. She used the Sea Siren song to immerse the crowds in an illusion and conceal her whereabouts. She then worked with those from beyond the sky to spy on confidential matters, hoping to rob the core flame by force and harm me, the Imperator!
Imperator, I can explain.
Silence! Do you remember who used to own this blade? She met you once, back at the Temple of the Three Fates. It was Kindness, the head of the Cleaners. She was the first to draw a blade against the Imperator, and personally made herself an example for my enemies. Under the shade of the olive groves, the people of Akama said they would never bow to me. In the frozen, lethal fog, the people of Idonia said they would never bow to me. At the beginning of the myriad paths, the people of Yanisopolis said they would never bow to me. But now, they all lie silent. They now fear me as they fear the law. For I am Ceridra, and I am the Imperator! If you have any last words, say them to the Imperator. Then, face her judgment.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me. If you are ready, then I'll follow you and fight to the last. Deliverer.
That's right, friend. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm and testify to the Imperator as we promised.
You think you can slay a king using your words instead of a sword? I'll have it. Show me the weight of rhetoric from beyond the sky. Will it weigh heavier than 3 human lives?
Let's try to watch our words carefully. Before I arrived in this world, the Chrysos heir of world-bearing was a young man with the pseudonym of Finan. He came from Ides Elysiae. In order to combat the lies of the Era Nova and deliver Amphorius from the ending of destruction, he lived through history 30 million times, hoping futilely to find a breakthrough. And Cyrene, the young woman standing beside me, also carries an equally heavy destiny. Lygus is not a guide at all. He doesn't care about Amphorius, and cares even less about your glory and campaigns. The only thing he cares about is completing the Amphorian experiment, making sure Iron Tomb is born into this world, and using it to utterly destroy the Cosmic Order. He will most certainly betray you. When that time comes, all of us will be ground to dust by the destruction. I walk the path of the Trailblaze. My friends and I have always obeyed the creed of explore, understand, establish, and connect. Conquest and destruction are never ways to build bridges between people. Therefore, if you choose the way of the destruction, then I'll place your ambitions in the same basket as Lygus, and smash them into pieces with my baseball bat.
That was truly a chaotic speech. All that needs to be said has been said. Dux Frigoris, Dux Bromalis, escort the traitors to the prison. Before the next entry hour, I will give them an end befitting of their betrayal.
Oh, great Imperator, your ambition certainly eclipses all things.
You're still here, Theoros.
Of course. As the Theoros, I simply cannot miss this moment, miss witnessing the fall of a nameless one. Or perhaps I am waiting for you to give me an answer. Why would someone as powerful as you use such a clumsy excuse as imprisonment to ensure the Deliverer's safety?
So you finally tossed aside your act.
I must point out that you are just as impressive an actor. This banquet was always going to be a game of chess, where you would try to control both sides and turn both them and me into your pawns.
That's right. That little Imperator never trusted anyone. She was always trying to see which side had more sincerity. All right, we'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust my friend, anywhere, anytime. But as to the decision the Imperator must make, he has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm and testify to the Imperator as we promised. And we won. Sincerity will always remain the greatest shortcut to people's hearts.
I can toss your words right back at you, like Kyrgyz. Why would someone as powerful as you pretend to be a mortal and kneel before me? Unless You enjoy giving flattery and prostrating yourself?
You are mistaken. I am only trying to ensure the experiment's autonomy, meticulousness, and perfection, thus avoiding any unexpected outcomes. A forceful intervention will only create larger errors, reduce efficiency, and introduce ugliness. How had you fulfilled your promise of giving the law to me and completing the Era Nova, then the Amphorius would not have deviated from destiny's course. Oh, but you broke your promise. What a pity. In that case, I must carry out my duty as the administrator and eradicate all factors steering the experiment out of control. Factors such as you and her.
Careful. Careful. What was that voice? Was it Oryx?
I found you. I finally found you. Be careful. This land will face disaster.
The time of judgment is nigh, my lady. The prison I have built for you is now complete. In the name of the erudition, I invite you to step into the same cage as mine. What's the meaning of this, Imperator?
I did not permit you to act. A ruler is the only one who can decide their subject's destiny.
But, great Imperator, what judges destiny is not the ruler, but gods.
Don't forget, my realm only allows for the existence of humanity. Moreover, dealing out extrajudicial punishment equates to defying the law, and the culprit is to be sentenced to death.
But you have seen how I can erase life from this world with just a clap of my hands. I fear you are still quite unaware of your current situation. Allow me to reiterate. I am giving you a simple choice. To collaborate or to be destroyed. There is no other way.
Shameless behavior. If that were true, you would have killed me long ago. You, in fact, cannot kill me. I guessed it the first time I beheaded you. Because of the law, you cannot be completely destroyed. And the same is true of the Chrysos heirs. The more you bluff now, the more you are proving that conjecture to be true.
What magnificent foresight. I once regarded this precious quality of yours as a sure sign of my ultimate victory. But now, I have to admit that I made a mistake. Yet, as a mere mortal, how will you contend against the Theoros?
both slaves to hubris. But do you know what differentiates us, Lycurgus? I will never be blinded by my pride. If I wish to break the scale's balance, I only need to appeal to external forces and use them for my own ends.
Finally, we get to meet face to face, Senior Society member.
I offer sincere acknowledgments for your many past achievements, but I must deeply regret your current perspective.
Trust me when I say that you aren't the only one feeling regret right now, Screwlum.
So you two are the allies from beyond the sky the Deliverer spoke of, and why she demanded the divine authority of law. Come and prove your strength to me. Show me the power of these so-called paths. I have spent much time and effort to secure this treasure from beyond the sky just for this moment.
In the name of the Sovereign of Planet Screwlum, your allies have responded to your call, esteemed Imperator. Please allow me to spell the situation out for you, Lord Lycus. Permission to read the ultimate protocol is already in my hands. It'll only be a matter of time before we acquire the authority to write and execute commands as well.
There's no way the flame chase journey will continue after you've burnt your bridges so thoroughly like this. Do you really think you can still win? Oh, seriously. Don't embarrass the society.
I understand that a mere zero possibility does not equate to zero. That argument is very persuasive to me. Which means the same principle also applies to you, my dear peers. You will never be a match for me in a world constructed through 14 algebraic expressions. And as for Aranova, why don't you entertain this possibility? What if I reduced Akama to rubble and ground her people into minced meat? Would the heroes then once again desire the power of demigods so they could fight against me? Listen, Iron Tomb is fated to be born. You may shackle me and put me in chains, but I have thousands of ways to ensure the destruction's descent. And what I just mentioned is only one out of those thousands.
This is the place outside the legends? This doesn't feel the same as before. How should I get back?
Warning! 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 Warning!
Command isolation?
Since we parted ways last time, I have modified the exomyth into an audience area exclusive to you. Now, you'll be able to silently wait here for the final act of the Laborious to begin. Oh, we always feel so powerless before fate, don't we? This could, in fact, be a wonderful opportunity for you. From the audience's perspective, you may better observe the workings of the erudition at a macroscopic level. In this place where time flows far slower than within Amphorius, you will witness the end of that world's saga. The answer concerning the prime mover of life and the total destruction of the erudition. Do you see me as their faithful disciple? I am certain not. I have tried so hard to ensure Iron Tomb's birth, just so that I can correct the error named erudition that humanity crafted with their own hands. How I yearn to return to those days before Noose was born. Back then, the boundaries of knowledge were like the starry skies, evoking feelings of longing and delight among humankind. But now, truth has become the sacrificial offering required to gain an audience with them. And the geniuses would say that Noose already knew. That arrogant Eon was born from the primal mobile of humans' desire for knowledge. Yet they themselves sealed off humanity's capacity to seek enlightenment. I am simply cutting down the tree of doom that we planted ourselves. I must admit that the process of answering your questions has reminded me of the happy days of learning in my youth. However, it is a pity that my true form must now descend into Amphorius to deal with the accident that arose because of you. But you won't have to wait long. When the curtain falls, you'll surely understand mine and Amphorius's ardent wish.
Where time flows slower than within Amphorius? If Lygus spoke the truth, then I don't have much time left. But how can I get out of here?
Can you hear me? Little one.
Is that Herta's voice?
Warning! Warning! Warning!
Hurry up! Put some speed into it! I can't keep this up for much longer! That gold Teletron overlooked one little detail, and Screwy and I finally found an opportunity. Let's keep it short. While you were gone, well, in those few years, Amphorius... Yes, time dilation, resulting in an uneven flow. Don't you know this already? Let's stick to the main points. The Chrysos heirs activated the chronocognitive anchor and helped Skrullum and me open a hole in the firewall. We made some adjustments, so he can't attack us immediately, but it won't hold for long.
Critical warning. Critical warning.
Time is running out. Here's the conclusion. It'll probably take a long time for Screwy and me to completely break this cage before Chrysos heirs have a full grasp of the law. To be safe, we'll continue to launch side-channel attacks on the system to give you opportunities to escape. You need to seize these opportunities. So start moving, and find a way to pull off a magnificent jailbreak. We detected another Path's influence.
Critical warning. Critical warning.
Its power is strong. May be able to help use the Path's power. Make it detect you.
Unauthorized communication terminated.
Is Herta saying a certain Path's faction has arrived in Amphorius? And I can ask them for help? I mastered the powers of different paths in my previous journeys. Think hard, and figure out exactly which faction has arrived at Amphorius, and which path's power I should use to call for reinforcements. Are these showing my memories? With the Stellaron in my body, I woke up at the Herta space station and gained the power of the destruction. A world that'll give rise to a Lord Ravager would definitely draw the attention of the destruction. The Stellaron in my belly is gonna be super useful. But what if I end up pulling in the Antimatter Legion, or the Annihilation Gang? Can they really help? Failure is not necessarily a bad thing. This power wasn't gonna call up anyone nice after all. I obtained the flaming lens left by the architects, and gained the power of the preservation in Belobog. That's right! No matter how far away a planet is, the IPC is guaranteed to pay attention, as long as there's a business opportunity. Isn't Amphorius a pristine and untapped market? Besides, even if I can't call up my friends from the IPC, the architects and the nomadic miners should be able to help too. There are definitely cities and ores in this world. seems like since Amphorius has no overseas market, the IPC's hand can't reach it. I received the Watchmaker's hat in Penacony, and declared war against the Order, then gained the power of the Harmony. That's right. The benevolent family must still remember me for saving them. Their music echoes throughout the stars, and they'll definitely want to help. Come, dear hat. I've put you aside for quite a few chapters already. Sing with Clocky. The world is in harmony and the stars shine bright. Doesn't Ligus want this story to have background music? He has such terrible taste. The Remembrance. That's right. I came to Amphorius because Black Swan asked us to come. And I even got a glance from Fu Li here. Garden of Recollection must be intricately involved with Amphorius. Traces of the Remembrance are also everywhere in this world. I don't know what they want, but I don't have many choices left in this crisis.
Both the Remembrance and the Trailblaze.
Warning! Warning! Warning!
Erudition's prison cannot stop us, for we lie outside the logic of zeros and ones. Come, leave the cage of Logos. The mythos of Amphorius waits for you to continue its story. When that brightest star, that star heralding the dawn, finally rises, a boat, so used to drifting, at long last enters an island's safe embrace. Oh, Pathstrider, we have helped you break free. Hurry and set off. The Child of Remembrance awaits you.
March? What's she doing here?
Oh, you're finally here! We haven't seen each other for such a long, long time. My good buddy, I've really missed you. I bet you were constantly thinking about the days when I was by your side. It's been so boring waiting for you in this place. There's no one to chat with, no internet, and not even anything to eat or drink. It's basically a prison. Now now the great hero is finally here to save me. Yippee! You must have seen a lot in Amphorius during this time, right? You gotta tell me all about it. Then take your time with the storytelling. Or do you not want to talk to me? But let's get out of this spooky place first. This is not a good spot for a reunion chat. Why don't you take me back to reality? A strange voice told me that I can enter Amphorius if I keep following this road. So, let's head off. I still don't know what that world even looks like.
Why does March feel so weird?
What are you standing around for? Do you actually like this place? Get moving. Hurry! This door should be the exit.
Maybe my instincts are wrong. Let's follow her first.
Are you okay? You haven't said anything for a while. Has it been so long that you're still missing me? There's no time to waste, though. The Chrysosairs and the Geniuses are all waiting for you.
No. The discrepancy is getting worse.
Huh? Isn't Amphorius the world of the Chrysosairs and their hero's journey? I could figure that out in an instant.
But Amphorius cannot be observed from the outside. She couldn't possibly know about these things unless... Don Hung told her.
No, he's not. Maybe I just happened to miss him. Never mind. Don Hung's super reliable. We don't need to worry about him. He's probably waiting for us somewhere. All hail and hearty.
No. The Geniuses would have made sure that Don Hung made it back on the Express. Besides, the March I know wouldn't be so dismissive about her companions. Something's not right. She's not March 7th.
I guess you have something you want to say to me? Then there's no need to feel things out first. With questions. Let's treasure the time we have together and be frank. As expected. A glimpse of memory is not enough to deceive the bonds of friendship forged between the nameless. In that case, there's no need for further deceit. You're right. We are not the March 7th you are acquainted with. But we can send you back to Amphorius, as long as you are willing to help us. She's fine. This form was simply borrowed from your memories. We'll introduce ourselves to gain your trust. We are the Garden of Recollection. You should be very familiar with that name by now. Just as a reminder, while you hesitate, time is quickly ticking away in Amphorius. Working with us is the best way to stop the enemy of erudition. Erudition would treat any results unrelated to the experiment as garbage and throw them out. But we don't work like that. The Remembrance treats all these instances as important materials needed to weave the universe. Besides, this would be child's play for a great hero like you. It won't be hard at all. Also, if your plan fails and the big bad Iron Tomb manages to get out, then the whole cosmos will be in danger. Wouldn't it be better to have an additional failsafe? As long as you help the Garden retrieve what we want, even if Iron Tomb reformats everything in the physical plane, we can use Remembrance to reconstruct the entire world. Or should we say, the entire universe? So help us. Find where Amphorius's memory began, and bring it out. The Master of Anosrava has already glanced at you. Don't deny it. That storybook is the best evidence. Say, you aren't seriously gonna be moved by their pretty words, are you? I am the one who commanded those little ones to lead you out of the prison. But I didn't expect to attract little gnats trying to take advantage of the situation. While Remembrance can help you return to Amphorius, there's no need for you to do it the way they want you to. Of course, there's also no need for you to make any deal, or pay any price. For you, this is probably a long time no see. My dear. Shh. There's no need to say anything. I know. You have so many questions swirling around in your memories at this moment. And you feel so helpless. Put them aside. For now, all you need to do is trust me. Or do you need more proof? That won't be hard. Wait, stop it! They're away! I'm gonna keep our first photo, alright? That won't come to pass while we're around.
And now,
The statue. Is that Donhar's brother? Oh, did you hear that? She just called me, but my lady chamber is full of pain. We won't escape from it. Hey, are you sure? Maybe a couple of punches will help to jog your memory. It's as if they all happened just yesterday, right? I don't want to lie to you, which is why I will not use her name. The third month of Amphorius is the month reserved for the Veil of Evernight. So, place me into your memory using the name Evernight for now. I'm happy to explain more, just not now. We might have a lot of time to ourselves, but Amphorius does not have that luxury. If we do not stop erudition and destruction, then the journey you've treasured so much will face the prelude to its obliteration. A countdown not in amber eras, but in days, minutes, seconds. So, take this gift. This burning core flame. This footnote of a transaction. It contains hope, and the warmth of the entire world. Ripples of past reverie. She hid this fire in the long river of time, hoping that her wishes would transcend time to reach your hands in the future. Now, take it, and return with it, dear friend. Return to Amphorius, and overturn the final era Nova. Witness the time that stood still for the Deliverer.
and the resistance that never bowed to the destiny of destruction over the long years that passed in a flash. Then, with this core flame blessed by the remembrance, respond to their hopes and blaze a trail to the future. And I will silently watch in a corner of time, waiting for our next encounter. I believe the wait won't be too long.
What exactly is happening?
Keep going. Keep trailblazing. For Amphorius. For you. And for the March 7th in your memories. Go forth.
Is this Akima? No one's here. And the dawn device off. Am I too late? The chrono-cognitive anchor?
There's so much I wanted to say for our reunion. Yet now that you're back, there's only one thing to say. Welcome back, friend. been such a long, long time. You must be really confused right now, aren't you? So much has happened in Amphorius while you were gone. But don't worry. The Deliverer can't afford to be lost, no? No, please follow me. And turn the pages of time and hear the words everyone left for you. I'll tell you the story of this 1000-year journey. That way, it won't just be my memories alone.
Cyrene, can't you?
Look, the scenery of the past has resurfaced.
Time flies. 200 years have passed since the Deliverer's fall.
We had to return 3 core flames of law, romance, and ocean to stop Lygus, but even so, Terravox has fallen. The 2 geniuses vanished without a trace, and Zeridra embraced her fate. At this rate,
Era Nova will come, and Amphorius will fall into the destruction.
It seems the key to rewriting the end once again lies in the core flame of world-bearing. According to the instructions left behind by those 2 geniuses, we must get it into the Deliverer's hands, no matter the cost.
But how? We need to find a way to hide the core flame. And we must buy enough time to keep Lygus at bay.
About that, Rini might have some good news. She had that dream again last night, but the Titan's voice was clearer than ever this time. She said, "Pass the flame into the future."
Is that a prophecy from Orynyx? She chose to side with humanity this time and hide one of her kin's core flame? It seems Amphorius' fate isn't sealed just yet.
You're right. History has changed. Humans and Titans are both giving their all to keep this world going. Perhaps a relay across the ages is finally about to begin somewhere out there.
Unfortunately, life will never go smoothly. Leiden's army is already at our gates, and their commander... that Lycurgus. He's right outside Akama.
Light calendar 3960. Zeridra, under the pretense of a campaign against Vagusa, sacrificed 500 Chrysos heirs to complete the trial of law. This tragedy shook everyone in Amphorius. That same year, Zeridra the Imperator was assassinated, after which Aglaia the Goldweaver took command. Thus began humanity's second flame chase journey, a path hanging by a thread. Come, this way.
Eternal Holy City? What part of that eternity ever lived up to its descriptions in poetry. The Marmorial Palace lies in ruins. Countless mortals have perished because of your stubborn resistance. It's time you learned the cost of refusal. Now, answer my question again. Where is Kefali's core flame?
You really think you'll find it by razing the holy city to the ground? From what I see, all you'll get is dust and disappointment. Don't forget, you can't kill the Chrysos heirs mentioned in the prophecy because of law.
I have never denied that. Which is why I now place my hope in the faithful citizens of Akama. Perhaps they'll give me what I seek in the echo of your screams. Now then, I'll be cutting open your chests and using your scalding golden blood to baptize the masses. Allow me to apologize in advance. We shall start with you, blind and foolish Lady Goldweaver.
Leave this to me, Lady Aglaya. You must get away now.
No, Holy Maiden. I'm the one who must stay.
What?
His conspiracy won't succeed. Because Romance is ready to make good on their promise to weave an indestructible armor for Emphorius. Its name is Solidarity. You must escape with your life and carry word of my death to those still fighting, then keep going with them. Just as the Imperator lit the torch of resistance with her death, my passing will make this flame everlasting. Take good care of it, guide it to the future, and place it into the hands of our deliverer.
50 years later, Lygus led his forces again to Akama. He charged directly into the Holy City and razed the Marmorial Palace. History would name this battle the Third Siege of Akama. 90,000 brave souls gave their lives for Akama that day, including their fearless leader, Aglaya.
Go forth, deliverer.
When the frost melts and the snows give way, the flowers will bloom again. You'll find me there.
So what you're saying is, Princess Homebuddy is never coming back, is she? She just left, like that.
Since Cass has made up her mind, we can't let her resolve be in vain.
But between staying in Akama and going to Styxia, what difference does it make when it's death either way? I'm against relocating. With Kefali's protection,
Isn't Akama far safer than that dead city?
Cass's plan doesn't involve any relocation at all.
Huh?
Like you said, Akama is humanity's refuge. We never intended to get everyone moving to Styxia. It's just on Cass, Hysealans, and me to prepare the final trump card for the Deliverer.
Wait, what kind of trump card needs all three of you demigods to throw yourselves away?
We must lay down the path to the future, so when the Deliverer returns, they'll have a clear road to reach the location of Era Nova. Styxia sits where death meets the ocean. There, with the combined powers of ocean and passage, we can summon a current that leads to the vortex of Genesis. And the demigod of death will forever guard that secret path until she returns.
We all know Lygos will set his sights on the vortex of Genesis.
That's exactly why we have to do this.
Guess I underestimated Idonia's Maiden of War. She's got way more steel than I thought.
And Cypher, we need you to head to Castrum Kremnos as soon as possible. By any means necessary, forge an alliance with Strife. The prophesized Crown Prince has already been born. He shall become the new defender of Akama, protecting this land after we leave.
You don't need to worry about that. I just came back from Castrum Kremnos. Only a step ahead of the news.
Treeby, something's flying towards Akama, and it's really fast. What is it? It's a spear!
It's the Kremnoans. Their king's already here.
With the protection of the demigods Trebios and Cyphera, Akama endured wave after wave of warfare, though just barely. Castorus chose Styxia as the last resort, and completed the trial of death, causing the stagnant waters in the River of Souls to recede. Soon after, Trebios departed on a long journey. That same year, the Kremnoan king Euripon, along with his son, Prince Midamos, joined the Alliance to safeguard the Holy City in the Battle of Deliverance.
Go on, and see you tomorrow.
This world even one more second, and so be it.
But it's gonna hurt a lot!
Pain brings endless torment, but it can never destroy me. I believe that you were thinking the same thing when you stepped through the gate of infinity and jumped off that cliff.
Can't argue with that.
In the current situation, this is the only path Akama has left. Just do as I say. Split my soul into 5 pieces. Forge me an immortal vessel. Let the blade of strife hang forever overhead. Locked in battle with their enemies to the world's bitter end. There's no need to be sad. Lady Trebios, haven't we already taken great strides towards that promised tomorrow? In this life, my people no longer have to drown in false guidance. Kremnos has washed the blood off its fate. Emphorius no longer needs a god named Strife. So let me shatter the former loss and turn the Lance of Fury back into a weapon that protects the world.
We understand.
By the way, can you do me another favor? The 7 sages from Grove of Epiphany are already en route. They'll arrive in waves to join the Resistance in a couple of days. Among them is a scholar named Anaxagoras. He has extraordinary insight and fears no sacrifice. This soul-rending ceremony wasn't just my decision. It was his counsel. His wisdom will surely be the backbone of Amphoria's survival. Watch over him. Carry on this everlasting flame for me.
Through Anaxagoras' ritual, the demigod of strife split his soul into 5. Courage, honor, tenacity, sacrifice, and reason. Each sealed in blood crystal and cast into battle. The people held a 10-day funeral to mourn their fallen god king. And through his sacrifice, humanity was granted 200 years of peace.
Keep moving forward. My blood will pave the road ahead for you.
Keep moving forward, little Gray. See you tomorrow.
That seamstress wasn't wrong when she said a lie needs more lies to keep it together.
Reason and trickery. Never thought we'd be the pair to finish this final setup.
Can't catch that Tin Man without your little slides. Besides, this is our last shot. Not the time to be picky, right?
Don't oversimplify it. Lycus just found out Akima's been an empty shell for the past 50 years. He's bound to be furious. At this rate, he could have done anything.
That's exactly what we want. Rage blinds even the brightest minds. Doesn't matter how much of a genius he is, the principle still holds. Once he storms into the council and confronts me head-on. You trigger your alchemy with a boom, and turn him into a caged beast.
Easier said than done. You still have to pass yourself off as the deliverer without anyone catching on. And you really think a human alchemical array can bind a godlike being? That's just nonsense.
What? Getting cold feet? Or you just don't believe in the almighty worth of the demigod of trickery? Just tell me straight. Can you do it or not?
Of course I can. And it'll be child's play. But I've got 2 conditions. Since this is the final act, if we're doing it, we go all in. No half measures.
Oh, I'm listening.
First, shift the battlefield to the vortex of Genesis. It would be more convincing if the deliverer were to appear there. Besides, the vortex is cut off from the world, No place in Amphorius makes a better prison.
If you pull that, wouldn't our deliverer have to face tank Lygus as soon as they come back?
That clash is inevitable. All we can do is create more chances for her. And that's the second condition. The Vortex belongs to Fagusa in the first place, remember? And there happens to be a demigod of ocean among the few survivors in the world. Loop Hysealand's in. Let her join the final act. I'll transmute myself into a Philosopher's Stone and embed myself into the formula. And when the time comes, she needs to shatter me and scatter that stone's ashes into the ocean within the vortex.
I guess people weren't wrong when they said you're insane, Grove Boy.
I've got no idea how to outwit a reclusive genius. But making an anti-Catheran suffer? The demigod of reason has 10,000 ways to do just that. And what I just mentioned was one of them.
So what exactly does your formula do?
Now that would spoil the climax, wouldn't it? By now, Hyacinth must have completed the Sky People's ritual. Since that Theoros loves a good performance as much as I do, let's make sure he enjoys our show to the fullest. As for how the Deliverer will complete the Era Nova, well, that will no longer be our concern.
It was the last battle known to the world, initiated by two demigods least suited for war. In the end, reason and trickery kept their word. At the cost of their lives, they sealed Lygus within the vortex of Genesis, where he remains to this day.
Go forth. Finish the greatness left undone.
Quit overthinking! Just run! Keep running. That'll be enough.
It's dead quiet here. Akana will stand eternal. Miss Cypher's lie is crumbled after all. But it's alright, because all of us have fulfilled our purpose by now. When the Deliverer returns, no matter where she is, sky will turn clear, and a rainbow bridge will rise, carrying her to the final battleground. Sairi, this arduous relay is finally nearing its end. Now, I'm passing the final baton of fate to you, okay? No, that's not quite right. After all, it was you and her who lit the first spark of this journey, wasn't it?
I'll tell you the story of this 1,000-year journey. That way, it won't just be my memories alone. And I'll share the moments I spent with you with everyone. That way, the path we walked becomes a memory shared by all. People will know that there's nothing left to chase. Amphorius has already welcomed the dawn foretold in prophecy. Just like I said, this won't be harder than the last time. Right? what kind of expression you're wearing right now. Probably the same as always. Calm, resolute, and brimming with confidence. If I have the chance, I'd love to see it again. Because it's really been far too long since we parted. Someone as sharp as you must have realized by now that this isn't reality, but a maze of time. As the last link in the relay, I will return to the Temple of the Three Fates, tell Orynyx all of our stories, and bottle every page we've written into the little flask of memories. And then, may it set sail in peace, drift down the river of time along with the core flame of world-bearing, reach your side, and lead you back to Amphorius. Just like the first time we met, right? Even though this cycle has no demigod of time, time has always stood on humanity's side. This is the only way to make sure that the Era Nova won't happen before you return. And the only way I can safely entrust the completed final flame chase journey to the Deliverer's heart. After all, the new world will be born from your memories, and the protagonist of this story mustn't be absent. I believe you will never let us down, just like always. Do you remember when Finan sent us back to the beginning? When you and I got separated? But in the end, I returned to you, carrying all that we've been through. That's what memory is. It may wear down and fade in the river of time, but it never truly leaves. When that hidden corner of the heart is stirred, the past returns even more beautiful than before. So don't worry. Let the 33,550,337th Flame Chase journey become part of you too. I've gotten a lot better at it with the experience from the last time. Next, you will head to Styxia and find the Vortex's entrance guarded by the demigod of ocean before charging toward the final battlefield. Don't worry. I'll be with you. All of us will. Even Finan. We'll stand with the Deliverer. So say a short goodbye, then set off, just like we promised at the start. Toss away all unnecessary worries and troubles, and bring our smiles and determination into tomorrow.
The last baton. I wonder how long you'll have to wait before passing it on to her.
No matter how long it takes, it's okay. Waiting is what I do best. After all, it took 33 million cycles for her to arrive in our world. What's a few moments more?
But, Sairi, what if you wait and wait, but that hero never arrives?
That won't happen. Because I know that no matter how long it takes, she'll definitely return to this place. We can't let her down.
Sky shall rain rays of dawn for you.
May romance be with you on your journey.
And reason grant you enlightenment.
Let strife bestow you with inspiration.
Trickery ensure your success.
Allow death to protect your soul.
And at last, let passage point the way forward.
Well timed. We'll remember the Trailblazer's journey.
Is this Styxia? What happened to this place? I need to find the entrance of the vortex, guarded by the demigod of ocean. High Sealens. Is she still there?
Long time no see, Trailblazer. Generation after generation of Chrysos Air heroes have tried to defy fate with their blood and tears, either voluntarily shattering their souls or waiting in eternal solitude. But alas, fate can never be defeated. Reason and trickery may bind my flesh, but my will shall never fall silent. So the demigod of ocean, the Dux Gladiorum, High Sealens, sought to bring me into a fantasia with her voice and drown a genius in slumber. But alas, it was all a hopeless dream. That warden fell before I did, due to erosion of time, while her prisoner remained unchanged. True, I can't leave this place, but what of it? You should have heard of this fable. In a shadowed cave lived a people, imprisoned from childhood, and chained so that their legs and necks are fixed, forcing them not to look around at the cave, each other, or themselves. Behind them is a fire, and before them loomed the stone wall of the cave. The flames cast shadows, while the rocky surface threw back echoes. To them, that false play is the whole world. Yes, I'm trapped in the cave, but I know it's all just a fleeting illusion. I don't struggle in dreams. I wait. And now, my deliverer has come to defeat me and save this world that never owed you anything. Oh, you'll need to awaken the singer here and unseal the prison called Vortex of Genesis. You'll be the one to unshackle me and bring the cave crashing down. Of course, I don't mind waiting a little longer. Let me guide you through this next illusion. One last memory from that prison warden. I hope you'll watch the stories of this fantasia closely. Logically, the deliverer must see the world for what it truly is. Emotionally, this memory captures the fate of everyone in Emphorius better than anything else. Only by feeling it for yourself can you understand my point of view. The meaning of destruction. To your unshakable resolve, I salute you. But before we step onto the final stage, let me ask you this. In the spirit of that fable I told you just now, can the prisoners in the cave learn to see the shadows and echoes for what they are, and stop mistaking them for reality? The fire projects the face from her memories. An actress upon the stage of this play.
The dark tides flood the sea, and our kingdom teeters on the edge.
Fear not. Our queen has gone to the borderlands. She'll quell this calamity herself.
This is the scene when the Chrysos heir of Ocean was born. She was once of a Titan-kin race named Sea Sirens. At that time, Kozlana had suppressed the Black Tide's rise, but he was unable to remove Iron Tomb from its roots. The Black Tide still roiled in the depths of the world, and the kingdom of Sea Sirens was the first to face the destruction head-on.
Listen, I heard Electra's voice. She's calling to us.
Let's go. Her voice carries the Queen's command.
The black tide from threatening the ocean, the Queen gave her all, body and soul.
Born of the Queen's chalice, she bore the deepest blessings and inherited supreme divine power.
My sisters! You're finally here!
Of course, Electra. Your beautiful melody drew us here.
Her true name is Electra. This is a reflection of her former self, clinging to the past with aching defiance.
The Queen summons us. She must be near exhaustion. The black tide will soon enter our borders.
Then what do we do? Will our seas fall to darkness and terror as well?
Don't worry. We shall lift the chalice in her stead to catch the black tide, and stand together to safeguard our realm and its people.
Such tiny titankins, thinking they can stop the tide of truth. How naive. And that naivete is the root of all suffering.
The Queen's palace lies just ahead. Even her once graceful form is now tainted and drowned in dirty mire. Will it too be marked by the sun of the sun 4 years later? Oh, Fagusa, our noble queen, we've come at your call.
My little fishlings, you swim with such joy. It pains me to speak of the kingdom's sorrow. I once believed I could drink the black tide dry, but even the deepest chalice must one day overflow, and I can hold no more of this filth.
Mother, worry not. We're all children of the sea. Let us bear your fate together.
We'll take up your mantle and drive back the black currents.
We'll mend your sacred chalice and take in the cursed filth.
My little fishlings, when the spear of strife falls, you may retreat in peace. I promise you, On the surface, the city-states will hold a feast without end in your honor. This is the last gift I can give you.
Fagusa sank into the abyss. With the chalice shattered, their intoxication spilled into the black tide, birthing the first madness in Amphorius. Sea sirens followed one after another, hunting for the Titan's fragments, until their flesh decayed and their bones crumbled, all for the promised final feast. Keep watching, but tread carefully, for the stage ahead is crumbling with age, just like her shattered fate.
How about exchanging this for some honey brew?
Are still getting away. Maybe the quote has something to fight.
Surpasses even the bounds of reason's model.
Can't get through. Looks like I'll need the miracle orb nearby.
Will it too be marked by the scent of the seafloor years later?
Even you cannot rewrite it. Just like this poor chandelier.
How about exchanging this for some honey brew?
Electra! The fiends have gnawed my tail. I can no longer swim to the far seas. Electra! The black sludge has soaked my fins! I can't dance with you anymore!
Sisters, don't give up. Remember the Queen's promise of a feast in the city called Styxia.
I haven't forgotten. It visits me in dreams every night.
I dreamed of a shining city, its lights piercing the deep gloom of the seabed.
I dreamed of children placing garlands on our bone horns, and poets praising the sea sirens for shielding the world.
But what a shame. We can go no further. Please, sing to the humans for us. Sing of the deep sea's legend in our place.
The sea sirens were tainted by the destruction. Their flesh rotted away. They became the black tide creatures of this cycle.
Farewell, sisters. I'll finish this last task. Then return to prepare your feast.
And so, only one sea siren remained among the sea floor. High sealands, swimming alone to the seas, burying her kin and searching for the fragments of the chalice of plenty. Though most of that journey was in vain, why not use the power of time to leap ahead toward the journey's end?
To reach the spirit basin, I'll need to call upon the power of the Chrono Vessel.
How about exchanging this for some honey brew?
Will it too be marked by the scent of the seafloor years later?